Yo, 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 what is up? What is up, guys? Welcome to the stream. Welcome along to another watch along video. Yes, it feels like it's been a while since we've done this, but we are back nonetheless. Yes, it's the second semi-final of the FA Cup. Unfortunately, could not do yesterday's games because of some things that we were sorting out. But all the same, we are back. We are back. Yes, to cover this second semi-final in the FA Cup between Chelsea and Leeds United. Yes, two teams that are of very different fortunes this season. Leeds coming through the championship, being promoted to the Premier League, and of course getting all the way to the semi-final. And of course in the league they are not really high flying, but at least they managed to steer clear of the relegation zone. So, and of course, they come into this game on the back of very good form. Yeah, of course, their most recent victory, yes, in the Premier League, where they actually beat Wolves 3-0 and also Manchester United 2-1 and also drew 2-2 with AFC Bournemouth. While for Chelsea, different contrasting fortunes. For them, they come into this game on the back of 4 defeats in 5. And of course, in 3 of those defeats, they have lost by a margin of 3 clear goals. Their last game that they played was against Brighton, where they were demolished 3-0. They also lost at home to Manchester United 1-0. And they also lost to Manchester City in the lead 3-0. And of course, their most recent victory was a 7-0 drubbing of Port Vale, team in League One in the FA Cup. Of course, their path to this semi-final right here. And of course, the other game in the league, they had actually lost 3-0 to a very resilient and stubborn Everton team. So, yeah, so those are the form. That's the form for both teams. And like I said, Leeds, yes, have managed to steer clear of relegation. So anyway, a bonus in the FA Cup is something that they'll be looking forward to. And of course, Liverpool, yeah, or not Liverpool, Leeds rather managed to beat West Ham on penalties on the route to this semi-final. Yes, in the quarter-final game, they managed to beat West Ham after having been 2 goals up. West Ham were able to come back and draw it 2-2, but unfortunately, they lost it out on penalty. So Leeds will be hoping that at least they can get to their first ever, well, not first ever final, but their first final in is it 39 years? And of course, this is actually a repeat of this is the 1974 FA Cup final. Yes, can clearly see that these two teams have not been at the top for so long, because if they had been at the top for long, then maybe they would have met in previous FA Cup semi-finals or potential finals. But we will see how it unfolds. We will see how it unfolds. Looks like a very upbeat and very excited, jubilant Leeds fan base out there at Wembley. Game is being played at Wembley. Yes, and of course, let's hope that it's gonna be an exciting game. And of course, yesterday Manchester City managed to play out a very exciting 2-1 victory over Southampton. In fact, somebody would argue that that was not even a game between one team in the Championship and another one chasing the title in the Premier League. Southampton were able to take the lead first, but City were able to equalize soon after, and eventually were able to win courtesy of a very pile driver shot from Nico Gonzalez way outside the box. And of course, that was enough to see off Southampton. Yeah, so we hope that this semi-final is also going to be exciting. Let's hope that it's not going to be stunk out by both these two teams, because like I said, Chelsea are not in fine form, and I don't know whether they're going to just stick the gaff out there, but let's hope that they're going to actually turn up, because this is their only chance of silverware this season. And of course, if they do get to the final, doesn't really matter whom you play, because we have clearly seen many times before in the past, whenever two teams play in any final, it is anybody's game. And I will always refer you guys to the final of last season between Crystal Palace and Manchester City, where Crystal Palace managed to win. And actually, Crystal Palace had finished in, is it 7th or 8th position, while actually, no, Crystal Palace had not even finished in the top half. And some of them managed to win the FA Cup. Man City, a team that finished in 4th. So, can clearly see that when it comes to Cup game, the form is definitely out of the window. As for the lineups for Chelsea, yes, a very strong Chelsea team. Is that the best thing that they can put out there? Maybe, but okay, Lavia, okay. Sanchez in goal, Gusto, Chaloba, Tosin, Cucurella, Caicedo, Lavia, of course, Enzo Fernandez, Pedro Neto, Garnacho, and of course, Pedro Neto, and of course, João Pedro. I don't know why Garnacho starts, honestly. Man, Garnacho. He's clearly the guy who's the biggest issue for Chelsea out there. In fact, I don't even know how he gets the nod to start in games. Is it that they do not have anybody on the bench who can actually come and play in that position? Let me check their bench, man. Chelsea's bench. Gittens is injured. Estaval is injured as well. Don't have any other. Or maybe just play somebody like a Cole Palmer on the right and then Pedro Neto on the left. Because why are you playing this guy called Garnacho? Garnacho is dead food, man. Dead food. Anyway, for Leeds United, I've got Perry in goal, Justin Biol, and of course Strauch. Yeah, Leeds playing in a 3-4-2-1. Then, of course, Bogle, Ampadu, the captain, Tanaka, and of course, Goodmanson. More or less like a back five, because Goodmanson and Bogle are defenders. Then, of course, Aronson and Okafor. Yeah, Okafor, the guy has been in form. And then, of course, Calvert-Lewin as the lone striker. So, anyway, because I do believe that if Leeds are to make it to the final, they can actually give Man City a run for their money. I do expect Leeds to be a difficult opponent for Manchester City in the final than Chelsea. Because Chelsea are so done out here, man. Chelsea are so done, man. In fact, for Chelsea, I honestly do not know how they are going to recover from this goal. Like I said, Chelsea coming to this game. Oh yeah, very important piece of information I had not shared with you. They dismissed Liam Rosenior, a guy who had said was not even fit enough to take the helms at Chelsea. Chelsea is clearly a team that has lost the plot completely. They are very, don't say committed, but they are very resilient under the previous ownership of Abramovich, but because of the sanctions imposed on the billionaire by the English the British government, he was forced to sell Chelsea, and of course to this ownership called Bluco, which has completely run this club to the ground. In fact, somebody would argue that maybe they were sent by Chelsea's rivals to completely destroy them, man, because this Bluco ownership of Chelsea, man, it's the worst kind of ownership that you'll ever encounter, man. Yeah, the ownership had actually claimed that they were coming on board to do the Brighton model at Chelsea, but you wonder, Chelsea as a club of all its pedigree in Europe and also in England, why would they be interested in following the blueprint of Brighton? And of course, their motto is normally buy young players, give them long contracts, and of course, sell them for a huge profit. That is their model. I don't know since when Chelsea became a selling club, but under this new ownership, that is what they seem to be doing nowadays. They just seem to be selling rather buying young players to the point where the oldest guy in the team is actually 27 years of age, and I think that's Tosin. Yeah, Tosin, 27 or 28 years of age, and of course, do you expect a team to have any kind of stability if it does not have senior players or people who can actually people who actually have the experience out there? Because if you look across this Chelsea team, are there any world beaters here? No. Maybe Enzo, who has won the World Cup, but of course for him, he's also not a senior player, not that senior as well, because also in the recent past, he's had run-ins with the ownership where he's called out the team, he's also called out the manager, he's also called out the ownership, and as a result, he was suspended a couple of weeks ago for one game, and then he was brought back into the team. And of course, Chelsea had absolutely fixed nothing about that. So, anyway, Chelsea are in serious problem, guys. Serious problems, man, for this Chelsea team. In fact, somebody would argue that they have been cast, man. And then I was even telling some few Chelsea fans, man, welcome to this side of the world, where you have useless owners who do not give a hoot about the club. Anyway, game is underway. Game is underway. Yes, Chelsea have kicked us off to Sanchez. Yeah, so and you're telling them, welcome to this side of the world where you have owners who've got no interest in the club whatsoever. They have no interest in the club succeeding. Oh, this is Okafor, 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 2-on-2, Okafor, tackled by Caicedo, free kick, right on the edge of the box. Oh my God. Jeez, man. Chelsea immediately on the back foot, man. Caicedo fouls Okafor, and that is going to be a free kick to Leeds right on the edge of the box. Very early days, man. Very early days. Jeez. My goodness. Yeah, Gusto seems to be there. I don't know what's wrong with him, eh? Seems to be writhing in pain, man. Although, well, not really writhing in pain, but he more or less looks stationary, holding his lower foot. I don't know what happened to him. He's going to be able to continue. In fact, if I'm to look at both benches, who's on the bench? Who is on the bench? For Chelsea, they've got the other goalkeeper, Sharman Lowe, Hato, Achempong, Fofana, Santos, Palma, Osego, Derry, and Dilap. Oh man, a very, very depleted bench. Those are like actually 5 defensively minded players. Because Osego is more of a defensive midfielder. JC Derry. So maybe at some point Delap is gonna come on together with maybe Cole Palmer. Those are the only guys that Chelsea can bring on from the bench. Man, that is serious, man. As for Leeds, Caldalo, Rodon, Sebastian Bono, Anton Starch, at least he's back from injury. Sean Longstaff, Daniel James, Joel Piro, Nemcha, and of course Wilfred Yonto. So Leeds, the only guy who's missing is the midfield maestro called Gruev. Gruev is the guy who's missing for Leeds. Anyway, it's a free kick to Leeds. Right on the edge of the box. Right on the edge of the box. So let's see what they're going to do from here. Man, looks dangerous, man. Can I call it? Can I call it? Do I smell a goal here? Honestly, do I smell a goal here? Do I? Do I smell a goal out here, man? I don't know. Anyway, let's see. Let us see what Leeds are going to conjure up from this. Yep, it's Goodman's son, and who's the other guy? Is it Tanaka? Yes. The other guys are going to take the free kick. Let's see what they're going to do. Tanaka, or is it Goodman's son? This looks promising, man. Tanaka over the bar. Come on, should have done a whole lot better, man. Honestly, you should have done a whole lot better. Should have done a whole lot better, man. Surely. So, anyway, free kick has come to nothing. It's going to be a goal kick to Chelsea. Yeah, Chelsea, how many players do they have out injured? I can see, okay, Mudryk suspended, Gittens, Jorgensen, Rhys James, Colwell, and of course, Estevao. At least you only have like Estevao, Rhys James. Only those are the only starters. So, can pretty much say that they have got their strongest team out there. They've got their strongest team out there. Anyway, Cucurella with the throw-in. Cucurella into Caicedo. Ball start for another throw-in. So anyway, at some point we're going to have a look at the shape of both teams and see how they are pressing, how they are lined up, how they are pressing from the front. And of course, the selection, the team set out by Leeds, it's actually been the team that they have played with almost the entire season. Yeah, Yeah, so it means clearly it's Calvert-Lewin is gonna be the lone striker, Okafor on one side, and then of course Tanaka or not Tanaka, Aronson on the other side. So Cucurella back to Tosin back to Sanchez. Sanchez choosing to go long. Looking for the run of João Pedro. Nice cushion header. Enzo! Straight at Piro. Nice shot, man. Sorry, Perry. Straight at Perry, man. Nice shot, man, from Enzo. Nice shot from Enzo Fernandez. Wonderful cushion header by João Pedro. They are glad to have him back, man, at least from injury. This is Enzo. This is Garnacho. Poor pass. Picked up by Aronson. Into Tanaka. Calvert-Lewin. Aronson dispossessed by Lavia. Nice. Caicedo. This is now Chaloba. Yeah, for Leeds. Yeah, for most of the time it's gonna maybe like be like a 5-4-1, eh? So of course 3-4-2-1 systems more or less mesh into a 5-4-1, eh? So Aronson chasing down Cucurella. I don't know why Enzo is drifting to the left, eh? Because that leaves Neto on the far side all on his own, eh? Anyway, at least he's got support from Gusto. This is Pedro Neto. This is Gusto. This is Chaloba. Is Cucurella into Garnacho. Cuts inside into Lavia. Enzo into the box. Too long, man. Too long for Malo Gusto, man. Anyway, guys, make sure you are dropping your predictions in the chat. Eh? Please let us know whom you think is going to carry the day. There are no draws in this game, man. There's only going to be one winner, either Chelsea or Leeds. So, if you are a Chelsea hater, of course, I know you are supporting Leeds. And of course, if you are a neutral and you just want support Leeds, then you can do that, man. But please make sure you drop your predictions in the chat and let us know whom you're supporting today. Yeah, Leeds are just happy to drop off and allow Sanchez to have all the ball while they try and block all passing lanes. It's Cucurella. Okay, who's coming in there? Okay, is there somebody? Okay. Where's Lavia, man? Lavia, come deep to collect the ball, man. Don't just force Sanchez to go long. And a nice pass by Sanchez. I don't know why Tanaka drift inside. Eh? Come on, you need to track Cucurella, man. Bad pass by Cucurella, picked up by Aronson rather. This is Strauch. Okafor loses out to Garnacho. João Pedro tackled by Tanaka. That's going to be a free kick. That is going to be a free kick. Free kick taken quickly. This is Pedro Neto into Lavia. Caicedo back to Lavia. This is Chaloba. Yeah, Chelsea. Of course, nowadays you know how teams are playing. Eh? They are trying to isolate their wingers as much as they can, where the fullbacks no longer do the overlapping runs. They more or less stay in the middle third, and of course just allow the wingers to hold the width, which to me is kind of an interesting approach to game. Because I've always known very good systems actually work when fullbacks are actually going on the outside and of course whipping balls into the box. But nowadays you've got inverted fullbacks, and sometimes that tactic might actually come at the expense of because if you actually have enough, okay, I know what they're trying to do. Maybe they're trying to create overloads in the middle where you have a lot of players occupying that middle channel. But at the same time, you can also create overloads on the wing, because many people never want to defend the wings nowadays. Many teams like to defend narrow. Is Pedro Neto too long for him? many teams like to defend narrow. So, of course, if you stretch the pitch and now get the fullbacks, the opposition fullbacks, to deal with two players, the fullback and the opposing winger, then of course you're going to create the overload because the winger is going to hold the ball and then allow the winger to go on the overlap. And just like that, you've got a 1v2. And then as a result of that, you just sweep the ball into the box, either to on-rushing wingers on the far side or even midfielders or even just to the central striker. Because for me, I've always said this, in that middle of the park, you actually need players who can actually keep the ball very well. If maybe you're a defender like a O'Reilly or somebody like a Trent, then you can actually operate rather as an inverted fullback. But everybody wants to play this tactic, and their defenders do not have the tactic, not the tactical awareness, but the technical ability, or even maybe the ability to retain the ball in that middle channel, because that middle channel, you have to be very, very good, especially you how to do combination passes, and also sometimes you might get on the end of crosses into the box. You need to be able to know how to finish, man. Yeah. Garnacho! It's out. It's out for a goal kick. So, anyway, yeah, nowadays it's like that's how the game is, especially in the Premier League. And it's how most teams play nowadays. Yeah, where actually these fullbacks actually get into midfield. Or rather, they don't really hold the width anymore. They more or less just choose to maybe create overloads in the midfield. And some of them even go high up and even maybe even go and score goals, which is actually a good thing. But sometimes you have to ensure that your wingers are very good and at one-on-one combination or other situations. Because if your winger is unable to beat the man, then if the ball is turned over, you might find yourself having to defend or having people short in defense because you have tried to create the overload in midfield. But at the same time, when you lose the ball, if the team actually tries to work it out to the wing, you might actually create an overload there. And at the same time, anyway, maybe it also works when you lose the ball quickly, because now what it forces the defending team to do is to crowd out the midfielder, because that is where most teams will choose to play the ball into, and just ensure that they win the ball back as fast as they can. Aronson contesting with Chaloba, recycled by Lavia. Actually, that was Caicedo. Yeah, Leeds just happy to stand off Chelsea at the moment. Yeah, because you can clearly see nowadays, man, it's like all defenders, man, they never run on the outside anymore. They never run on the outside anymore. They're always just cutting, actually, like I said, around that third, other, what's it called? That almost middle into wide channel path. Crossed by Garnacho, it's cleared, picked up by Caicedo. Caicedo lining up a shot. It's now with Pedro Neto. But sometimes maybe it's also a good tactic because you can also get defenders, especially in that middle third channel, crossing the balls into the box. Or sometimes maybe you might prefer a defender who might actually cross it from deep like this, rather than actually getting to the byline. Anyway, it's a different tactic. But for me, I'd say maybe you can also play maybe a mixture of both. Calvert-Lewin! Aronson! Oh, saved by Sanchez. That was a big chance for Leeds, man. Ah, yeah, yeah. That was a big chance for Leeds. Ah, yeah, yeah. What a pass from Calvert-Lewin, man. Just like that. Defense into attack. Defense into attack, man. Hey, Chelsea were almost undone by that counter, man, from Leeds. Aronson should be doing better from such chances, man. Come on, Aronson. It's a corner. Chelsea have conceded so many goals from corners this season, huh? Anyway, corner by Tanaka. Calvert-Lewin, it's picked up by Sanchez. This is Gusto. Gusto coming forward. Ah, what the heck, bro? Ah, what a poor pass. But anyway, an even poor pass, man. Yep. Yeah, down Chelsea. Yeah. And maybe that's the reason why nowadays wingers do not score a lot of goals. Because they're more or less being told to do a lot of work outright. But they're tasked with beating the man. Okay, this is João Pedro, Pedro Neto, shot blocked by Ampadu. It's now picked up by Aronson. Aronson being tracked by Cucurella. It's gonna be a foul, man. Yeah, so and actually Leeds this season have been unbeaten against Chelsea. Yeah, have a very, very impressive record, man. They have won, actually, they won the game at Elland Road and also drew 2-2 with Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. So, they're actually trying, man. They are trying. Match prediction. For me, I'll pick Leeds. Maybe it's going to be a 2-1 victory to Leeds. Somehow, I think the form of Leeds is going to carry them through. Because I honestly do not trust this Chelsea team. I don't think it has the quality to. Okay, they do have the quality, but at the same time, they do not have the form and also do not have the goals in them as well. So, like I said, Chelsea, the past 4 league games, actually 5 league games, they have lost by a scoreline of 3-0, 3-0, 1-0, 3-0 without scoring a single goal. So, Chelsea are yet to score a goal, I think, since when? When was the last time they scored a goal, man? Has to be some time back, man. Have to go the way back to, let me check, the last time they scored a goal in the league. The last goal that they scored in the league was against Aston Villa on the 4th of March. There you go, guys. On the 4th of March, that was their last league goal, man. Pedro Neto blocked by Strauch. It's gonna be a corner to Chelsea. So that's what I'm saying. I honestly fancy Leeds to do the business today. But anyway, you guys, maybe you guys can let us know, or rather let me know, whom you think is gonna carry the day today, whether it's Chelsea, whether it's Leeds. Yeah, because Chelsea, of course, are always looking very shy at the back. Very, very shy. And Pedro Neto with the corner, cleared by Strauch. From Padu, was that a handball? Was that handball? This is Lavia. Somebody's down inside the box, man. Get up, bro. Picked up by Okafor. Okafor. Ideal defended by Caicedo. Picked up by Pedro Neto. Back to Tosin. But anyway, from a neutral perspective, of course, maybe people would want Leeds to get to the final. Yeah, because many people I think are anti-Chelsea. But even if Chelsea make it to the final against City, I don't think they're gonna win. They're not gonna win. They're not strong enough, man, to beat Chelsea. But anyway, sorry, Man City. But anyway, in finals you never know, guys. Like I always said, in finals you never know, man. It is anybody's game. Even if you are playing a team that is last, and you are first, or maybe your team has made it to the Champions League final, you can lose to that team, man. You can lose to that team. So we can't really call and say, you know what, because City are gonna play either Chelsea or Leeds, that it's given that City are gonna win. Is Garnacho versus Bogle, well defended by Bogle, it's cleared by Tanaka. Sorry, that's Aronson. Aronson. I don't know. I keep confusing those two. They somehow their physique and also their, yeah, actually their physique. They look so similar. They look so similar. Throwing to be taken by Cucurella. Cucurella. Oh my goodness. To who in particular? Who is he? João Pedro hits the post, man. City with a treble. Ah, don't be so sure, my friend. Do not be so sure. The league is not yet over. Ah, João Pedro was clearly onside, man. What a wonderful chance from Chelsea for Chelsea. Struck the inside of the post and the ball just spun out onto the other side, man. That ball can actually go anywhere, wah? Can actually go anywhere. Yeah, clearly João Pedro has been Chelsea's player of the season, man. He's carried this Chelsea team. And now that he's back, you can clearly see they have a chance. This is Bogle. That's gonna be a goal kick. Bogle, wonderful overlapping run, man. Easily stole the ball from Chaloba. And it's gonna be a goal kick. Anyway, from tomorrow, also gonna have some other Premier League games. Gonna have Manchester United versus Brentford from 10 p.m. Kenyan time. Then of course you're also gonna on Tuesday the Champions League games now kick in with Bayern versus PSG. Then of course on Wednesday we're gonna have Atletico Madrid versus Arsenal. Pedro Neto into the box. Enzo, goal! Enzo Fernandez, 1-0. A mistake from Leeds at the back. Gifted a goal to Enzo Fernandez, man. Stolen by João Pedro. Pedro rather plays it to Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto checks back onto his left foot, crosses the ball into the box, and unmarked Enzo Fernandez just heads the ball into the back of the net. It's 1-0. 1-0 to Chelsea, man. My prediction is already drinking water. Poor mistake by Strauch at the back, huh? Ah, nice play from Enzo Fernandez, man. He was able to peel away from his marker and just managed to head that ball past Perry into the back of the net. Ah, nice play from Enzo, man. He came near and then, of course, he just shifted to the other side, man, and just decided to now shift to the center of the 6-yard box, more or less close to the penalty spot, where he had a free header, man, into the back of the net. 1-0 Chelsea. My prediction is already come drinking water, guys. But let's see what Leeds are gonna do. Let us see what Leeds are gonna do, That's gonna force them to come out and play. That is what we want, man. They're just sitting back waiting for Chelsea to make a mistake at the back and for them to capitalize. Man, come on, you gotta come out and play, man. Because not Sporting, but Southampton also yesterday, they gave City a good game, They clearly gave City a good game. The atmosphere, it was actually even end-to-end stuff at some point. And when Southampton had scored the first goal in the 78th minute, you knew that, you know what, this is actually done, man. But Man City were able to equalize right after. At least it is good. At least it's going to force Leeds to come out now. It's going to force them to come out now, Oh, yeah, yeah. Calvert-Lewin is lucky. He's lucky. But remember a couple of weeks back when they were playing United, Martinez was accused of pulling Calvert-Lewin's ponytail. And actually had pulled his ponytail. And as a result, he was sent off. Was he sent off? I think he was sent off. Let me check. Yeah, I remember that. He was sent off. Martinez was sent off. Yeah, he was sent off. So, clearly Calvert-Lewin had a tag of... this guy's here. What's the name of this guy? Cucurella. But at the last hour, he just let go. So he's a lucky boy. He's a lucky boy. Because of course, you know, nowadays the rules have honestly changed. If you are to tag on someone's hair, regardless of what period of the game it is, it's a straight red card. It's deemed as violent conduct. Violent conduct. She's a Biol into Bogle. The first time that actually leads passing the ball amongst the defenders because they've just been sitting back. At least now they gonna come out and play, which is good. Sometimes that is what you do to some of these teams that just want to come and sit back. Almost an overhit pass for Strauk. He was able to recover in time. It's picked up by Biol into Okafor. Come on. Why did you rather go playing it to Goodmanson and you had Tanaka and Ampadu right next to you? Man. Because when, let's see, that defensive shape. Leeds, you're going to have to come out and play now. You can clearly see the intensity from Chelsea has kind of cooled off. Maybe it's just a case of whatever we have, we hold. That actually Chelsea's first goal, since the goal that they scored against Port Vale, where they actually won 7-0. Because since that game, they have not scored a single goal. Because they've only played league games, but at least Enzo has spared their blushes, man. And it's a free kick to Leeds. Foul by Pedro Neto. Cross, other free kick is going to be taken by a man like Tanaka. So let's see what Leeds can conjure up from here. But fun enough, Leeds do have a high XG in this game. I think because of that Aronson shot. Because they're going to have more high XG. But it was actually a big chance. Anyway, Tanaka into the box. Biol with the header into Strauk. There was no foul. Come on, man. How was that even a foul? How was that a foul, man? And of course, guys, on Thursday, rather, we also going to have some big games. The semi-finals of the Europa League and also the Conference League. The first legs. Got Forest versus Aston Villa. And of course, Shakhtar versus Crystal Palace in the Conference League. So, some big games lined up for this week. Some very, very good games, man. Enzo, nice pass into João Pedro. This is Garnacho. Cucurella. This is João Pedro. João Pedro, unable to get away from Bogle. Picked up by Tanaka. João Pedro! Swides. Tanaka actually cleared that ball into... Was that Lavia? Wonderful block from Lavia, man. Ball fell to João Pedro. João Pedro with the turn and shoot. Volley just wide of the post. Can clearly see is their bright spark today, as he has been the entire season. Strauk used to go along towards Calvert-Lewin. It's picked up by Goodmanson, leaves the ball behind. Picked up by rather Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto. It's forced back. Is Lavia. Tosin. Cucurella. Garnacho. Garnacho give and go with Enzo Fernandez. Garnacho to the box. It's cleared by Goodmanson. It's out for another corner. Wonderful give and go between Enzo and Garnacho. Yeah, seems Enzo is getting a lot of space. That middle of the park. Nobody's picking up. Don't know whether it's Tanaka who's picking him up or Ampadu, but it should be Ampadu. But I don't know why he's just getting clear runs towards goal, then runs into the box. He's having a beautiful, wonderful free roll out there. Wonderful free roll for Enzo today. Pedro Neto into the box. Cleared by Tanaka. As far as Caicedo is Pedro Neto again. Pedro Neto to the box. Yep. Justin lets the ball go out of play. Yeah, this is a Daniel Farke character. All as he needs to tell his team, other players to pick up Enzo, because Enzo is getting a lot of space in the middle. Able just to peel away from one or two defenders or even the midfielders. Because Enzo is really occupying wonderful positions in that final third for Chelsea. There are rumors that he might be on his way to Real Madrid. Maybe his outburst a while back was because of the lack of ambition by the club, man. Calvert-Lewin, poor touch. Gives it away to Lavia. Hey, Calvert-Lewin, man. There's actually a striker that is just pure, surely, completely dead, man. It's Calvert-Lewin. By dead, I mean, I don't mean not living, but I mean not even close to being good. Super average, yes. Very, very average, man. Calvert-Lewin, very, very average striker. Picked up by Garnacho into Caicedo. Caicedo, nice run by Cucurella. For once, he's gone down the byline. But he's offside, man. Cucurella, man. Should have held the line, man. That was a wonderful opportunity for Chelsea. But it's just got offside, man. Yeah, so today there are no other games, whether in the Premier League or actually not only in the Premier League, because in the other leagues, French League, Bundesliga, the Bundesliga is already done because Bayern already won the title. Italian League, of course, Inter will be hoping to just more or less close in on the title. Yeah, victory in the next two games is gonna guarantee them the title. João Pedro keeps the ball well, gives it away. Okafor, blocked by Tosin, cleared by João Pedro. I don't know what Okafor was doing out there, man. Honestly, he should have played in Calvert-Lewin, For far as La Liga is concerned, Barca also closing in on the title. They are currently 11 points clear with 5 games to go. Actually, 6 games to go. So, sorry, it's actually 5. So, they also just need 2 wins from the 2 wins from the remaining 5 games to guarantee the title. Because clearly, Madrid have lost the plot. I don't know why Okafor did not play in Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin was in a much better position, eh? But sometimes some of these players just want to be the heroes, man. If you're not gonna do that in a league game, you're not gonna want to be the hero in a league game. Why would you want to be the hero in a cup game? Just play with your teammates. Ah, Garnacho, get up, man. Get up. You're just gonna waste your team, man. Wow. It's Garnacho. Garnacho's wide. It's funny that just 10 seconds ago, Garnacho was on the ground writhing in pain. All of a sudden, he's now back on his feet, running at the Leeds defense. It gets the ball and unleashes a shot that is just wide. Wow. Wow. I thought the guy was injured. That's why I keep telling you, these players are just a bunch of actors, man. They like to overreact to these challenges. It's very hard to get an honest player nowadays. Very, very hard. Because many of them, as soon as they feel any kind of contact, oh, referee, this guy is trying to break my leg. Come on, send him off. I'm so hurt. You should stop the game because I'm hurt. Get up, man. Get up. I call them a bunch of Alejandros. A bunch of Alejandros, man. They think there is some telenovela soap opera series or something where the acting skills is what is relied upon. No, it's your skill on the ball, man. But it's not only Garnacho. Many players do that nowadays. Many players do that nowadays. There's always an overreaction to challenges, knocks. Because as soon as the referee calls the foul, can clearly see the guy more or less gets up within maybe even 5 seconds. But if the referee had not called for the foul, the guy will just remain on the floor. Nice tackle by Lavia, picked up by Tanaka, into Ampadu, Calvert-Lewin. This is Aronson. This is Bogle. Bogle. Nice nutmeg on Cucurella. Bogle. Tanaka. That should be a goal kick. Oh, it's a corner. That ball looked like it was off Aronson last. Nice nutmeg by Bogle on Cucurella, man. That looked like a goal kick. But anyway, so they've been given. It's going to be a corner to Leeds. Yeah, Leeds ever since they had the chance the chance that they had through the name of this guy. Aronson, they have not really created anything else. Anyway, Tanaka with the corner. Tanaka into the box. Cleared by Chaloba. Headed back. Hit down Calvert-Lewin. Of course, fouling the player, man. Ah, these guys, man. Sometimes, why can't you just use your heads every now and then? You know clearly, if you lean in like that, you're gonna foul the player. Looks like also an overreaction by Caicedo, man. Just an overreaction. Seems to be grabbing his stomach. And actually, Calvert-Lewin actually bumped his back. So how is it that his stomach is now the one feeling the pain while the back is okay? As I keep telling you guys, these guys are just a bunch of Alejandros, man. Especially many South American players, eh? They love to play that game, eh? Where they pretend to be seriously hurt, man. And clearly they are not. Yeah, Caicedo back to his feet miraculously and he walks away very comfortably. It's like nothing had happened. And it's a free kick to Chelsea. Expected this game to be end to end stuff, but Honestly, I expect the Leeds to go for it, eh? But anyway, they're just happy to go into halftime at being 1-0 down. Maybe see whether they can change things in the second half. Gusto, Pedro Neto clearly in an offside position. Yeah, it's now with Justin. This is Bogle. Bogle cross in the box, cleared by Chaloba, picked up by Strauk. This is Ampadu. Ampadu, Bogle. Bogle blocked by Cucurella. It's out for a throw-in. James Justin. Anyway, it does stay like this into the second half. Yeah, Leeds are gonna be forced to now maybe take off for more defenders. Maybe yeah, Goodmanson completely ineffective on that first one because Leeds have only been utilizing their right hand side. Their left hand side is completely dead. Struck into the box. This is Okafor. Well wide man. Scarfs the shot. Yeah, Leeds their left hand side is completely dead, man. Completely dead. I haven't seen any instance where either Okafor or Goodmanson has picked up the ball in dangerous areas. They're only just using the right hand side of Aronson and of course Bogle. Of course, other than that first half break from Leeds, they haven't really done anything else. They have not done anything else. And a goal kick to be taken by Sanchez. And even if they have more of the ball, Leeds, what have they actually done with it? Cucurella, was he foul? Nope, no foul. Told you. He's shouting as if he's been shot. It's like somebody has shot him, man. Yeah. Alejandros, man. That's why I call them Alejandros, man. That's why the modern day game nowadays is dead. The modern day game is just dead, man. Got Alejandros who play football. They're more interested in Instagram posts and TikTok lives rather than actually play the game and actually becoming a fully fledged professional. Yeah, more interested in an Instagram following. Yeah, Instagram, TikTok challenges, and actually play the game, man. Strauk looking for Goodmanson, cleared by Lavia. It's now with Justin into Bogle, Bogle into Aronson. Nice defending by Chelsea. Post them back. This is Strauk. This is Okafor. Come on, Okafor. Okay, it seemed like he fell on his own accord, eh? Did Chalobah actually foul him? I don't think so. It has already been given, huh? He's be all into Justin. Justin choosing to go long. Don't know whom he's looking for. Seriously. Man. Honestly, bro, what are you doing? What are you doing? You think this is rugby? We can just kick the ball into touch like that and hope to gain territory and ground. Come on, bro. Come on. Then how many minutes of added time are we gonna have? How many minutes of added time are we going to have? How many minutes? 4 minutes. 4 minutes of added time. I see that Leeds can finish off. They have a stronger team, really creating chances. It's picked up by Justin. Justin Okafor into Calvert-Lewin, fouled by Chaloba. Chaloba is a lucky ball. Oh, that's actually tossing. Another free kick, eh? I can clearly see that Leeds are just dependent on set pieces, eh? Honestly, I expect them to play a whole lot better, but it's been so poor from Leeds, eh? Tanaka, far side looking for Stroke. Strike the header down. Of course, fouling Lavia. There you go. As I've always told you guys, these set piece routines, just do away with them, man. If you actually get a chance of just walking the ball in the box, why don't you take it? Completely necessary, man, from this Stroke fella. I know this Leeds team, huh? Useless. Yeah, I'm allowed to change my prediction, man. I think Chelsea are gonna win this, maybe comfortably. And I'm changing my prediction, guys. I'm sorry, I'm changing my predictions. Because honestly, I expected this Leeds team to smell blood and capitalize on this Chelsea poor form, but nothing, man. They are relying on set pieces, man, even to get a sniff at the Chelsea goal, man. And this Chelsea team is a team that has actually been in very poor form. It's actually do a wonderful combinations. Tanaka, Ampadu, and Okafor, and also Calvert-Lewin. You can actually unlock them. But no, they don't want to do that. Eh? They just want to rely on set pieces. Cucurella is Garnacho. Garnacho tackled by Bogle. He concedes a throw-in, so it's gonna be going for Leeds. By Justin. This is Biol. Biol into Stroke. Ampadu. They don't even have runners from the midfield. Because Ampadu and Tanaka are just happy to like sit back maybe and try and get the ball. But do they have anybody operating as an 8 or even a 10? Because clearly they have got no ideas. Eh? Sometimes that's now the issue with some of these formations. So now you can clearly see their formation has kind of changed. Justin is now playing a right back. I think maybe in build up they do play in a 4 what? 4-2 what? 4-2-3-1 or something. Yeah, looks like that's the case, eh? Sanchez goes long. They've got completely no width out there. That's why I said playing your width with defenders, man, is just Neto into the box. Hold that thought, guys. Neto fouls. Was that Okafor Tanaka or Goodmanson? Anyway, that should be half. That should be the half done there. I can clearly see Leeds, man. Also in build up, Justin more or less goes forward while Bogle holds the width. Ampadu goes over to the right hand channel. Then they still have Biol and what's the name of these other guys struck in the middle. So I don't honestly know why they selected this kind of team. But if I'm to look at the info, let me just even stop the clock, man. Let me stop the clock. Let me stop the clock. Wait, who is controlled by the Pedro boy now just like boxing? Controlled by, yeah. You're right. You are right. You are so right, man. Maybe that's the reason why nowadays we're just interested in, people are just interested in likes, man. like we have lost the essence of the beautiful game. Because I kept on telling somebody, the essence of the game is entertainment. Making money just came along the way, yeah. Because back then, the fundamental law of the game was entertainment. That's why you'd have people in clustered in various homes or various fields in estates, just wanting to play the beautiful game. Things like FIFA Street back in the day. Why do you think back then we had wonderful games like FIFA Street? It's because it was all about skill and excitement, entertainment. But nowadays, man, the game is no longer about that. It's about, you know what, guys, be compact, be compact. Make sure you do not concede, man. Always avoid defeat, man. And of course, at the end of the game, make sure take your phone and do an awesome selfie. Yeah, guys, here I am, here I am. Yes, yes, yes. And of course, post it on TikTok or maybe on Instagram or X and tell guys, you know what, that's me, man, that's me. Unfortunately, that is how the game is nowadays. Don't have people who just want to play the game because they love the game. It's more or less just about, even if we lose, see, I can just go on TikTok or Instagram and post a few videos and all will be forgotten. Anyway, sometimes I miss those days, man. But anyway, unfortunately, we're never going back there. We are never going back there because the game has clearly changed. Now about the money. That's why teams are gonna be as cagey as they can. They don't want to take any risks because they know, you know what, if you're a championship team promoted to the Premier League and you play, of course, on the edge, taking risks, you're gonna get relegated. We're gonna lose a lot of money, and we do not want that. Anyway, yeah, yeah. So anyway, sometimes you wonder if we will ever get maybe people who just want to play the sport because they love it, not because of it's a means to an end, not because they've had, you know what, footballers are paid a lot of money, and of course, popularity, fame is gonna come your way. Actually, having players who just want to play the beautiful game, you know what, I love to entertain. I love a skill, man. I want to get on the ball, dribble, do a few shimmies, take on the defenders. Yeah, do that, man. But nowadays, we don't get that. We honestly do not get that, man. Nowadays, it's about systems and being compact. It's about tactics, man. Because back then, the tactic was, you know what, so long as you outscore the opposition, you are good. So long as you outscore the opposition, guys, you are good. But nowadays, if we stink out the place and get a 0-0 draw, it's okay. We did not lose, guys. We did not lose. Yeah. Anyway, let's look at the halftime stats. Is there honestly or anything we need to talk about? Yeah, we need to talk about those stats. It's damning, man. Yeah, look at this guy right here. Sometimes I wonder, these managers, they set up their team in a defensive formation, and then when things not go their way, they still more or less have that dead stare where they look dejected, they don't know what's going on. But you're the one who set the team that way. What do you expect? You're picking a team that is purely defensive, that has 5 defenders, actually 7 defensively minded players. Yeah, shades of Ruben Amorim. So sometimes I wonder, guys, Ruben Amorim played this system, it never worked. Then this guy, because of he's now in a semi-final and his manager at least to secure Premier League survival, now he thinks that same tactic is gonna work in what's the name, in the cup games. Anyway, look at the stats, guys. Of course, like I told you, the first 20-30 minutes was all Chelsea, man, all Chelsea. That until they scored the goal. Goal was scored by Enzo. It was actually a mistake at the back from Strauch. He lost the ball. It's picked up by João Pedro into Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto dinks it into the box. Into an unmarked Enzo Fernandez. Gets the ball into the back of the net. Yeah, as you can look at the stats here, let me just look at the other tab. Can clearly see total shots 6 for Chelsea, 2 on target, 4 for Leeds, 1 on target. Okay, where are these 4 shots coming from? Okay, there's the Tanaka one. Oh, sorry, the Aronson one. Which other shot did they have? What do they have? 4 shots. Oh yeah, of course. The Okafor one, the one that went over the bar. Which other shot did they have? Do you even remember? I don't, honestly. And clearly see the big chance missed. Yeah, that Aronson chance was actually a big chance. But a wonderful give and go between actually into Calvert-Lewin. Was able to play in the ball bar into in behind it to Aronson. Aronson shot the ball. It's cleared by the boot of Sanchez. Can clearly see it's been all Chelsea. Yeah, Leeds might have a high XG, but Chelsea, of course, doing the business. Yeah, because of course the goal that was scored by Chelsea was can't really say it was against the run of play rather, but they just took their chance, man. They just took their chance. Took their chance, man. Anyway, as far as the lineups are concerned, I don't know whom can Leeds bring on from the bench to change things. Maybe Dan James. Actually, bring on Yonto. Bring on Yonto, man. Honestly, I'll bring him on at halftime. Maybe take off Justin and bring on Yonto. Take off Justin, bring on Yonto. Maybe switch to a 4-4-2. Tell Okafor and Calvert-Lewin to be the strikers up forward. And then, of course, Aronson on one side. And, of course, who's the other guy? Who's the other guy? Why am I forgetting this other guy? Aronson or Okafor. Actually, Okafor. Actually, switch this Okafor to play here. Aronson right here. Then, of course, Goodmanson to go back into left back. Bogle to go back into right back. Play with a 4-4-2-3-1 or even a 4-3-3 or even a 4-4-2. Then, of course, Aronson and to play far wide. And, of course, this Yonto fella to play on this side. And that's going to work because if you actually stretch the field, I don't think Chelsea have got enough cover on the out there on the wings to actually be able to handle any kind of threat. Because you might actually isolate Cucurella or even Gusto and actually have one-on-one matchups. Anyway, I just hope that they're able to bring in Yonto ASAP, or even somebody like a Dan James. Just bring on a winger, man. Because clearly, Okafor and Aronson out there, playing out there as 10s is clearly not working. That's all for me, honestly. This system, this 3-4-3 system, played by Ruben Amorim, Glasner, and this guy, Daniel Farke. Don't trust it at all. I will never trust it, man. Because you're always sacrificing a winger or a midfielder for one centre back. And has there ever been a team that has won or actually dominated football with such kind of a formation? I don't think so. When Conte came to Chelsea, he won the league. Actually, he had started out playing a 4-2-3-1, and then he realized that he was being overrun. Then he switched to a 3-4-3 system. But you see, the 3-4-3 system only worked because they bought N'Golo Kante. Because Kante was more or less tasked with the running back and, of course, being able to control or rather snuff out any kind of attack back there. So that is why that attack was that tactic kind of worked, because in a 3-4-3 system, you need 1-8 and 1-6, and those two must be very, very dynamic. And especially for Kante, he was more or less a defensive midfielder. He was a ball-winning midfielder. And sometimes he was even also playing as a box-to-box. He'd arrive late into the box and even get on the end of crosses or even shots. So, all the other balls into the box. So, I think that's the only team that I remember that played a 3-4-3 system and was successful for an entire season. But remember, the next season, it completely fell apart and eventually he was fired. Was it in January or February? Let me check. Let me check. What's the name? Antonio Conte. Yeah, his days at Chelsea, man. Let me check. Yeah, he's actually fired in. I remember one of his last games for Chelsea was a 3-0 loss to Bournemouth. That actually he was sacked at the end of the season, but actually he left after winning the FA Cup. Remember in that second season, man, it completely went fell apart for Chelsea and Conte. That's when they bought Maurizio Sarri, another dead manager, man. But I don't know, he even knew what he was doing. So anyway, like I said, this 3-4-3 system, what I've always known about football, you're only gonna dominate games. You're always gonna dominate for long periods. Not only games, but also have eras where you dominate. If you actually play with a back four, because that rule still applies. It's a midfield that actually wins you most games. Yes, defense might actually win you championships, but the midfield is gonna, of course, gonna win you more games because you see the midfield is, of course, like like you guys know, it's the creative force of the team. That's why any team that has a dead midfield is never gonna go anywhere. You can clearly see Leeds midfield today is completely dead. That's why they are not doing anything. They are not hurting Chelsea at all. And Chelsea's midfield today of Enzo, of course, Enzo has been the main threat. He's clearly playing well. Lavia and Caicedo, of course, doing their very best to mop out any kind of attacks from Leeds. So, leagues are won by a combination of sturdy defenses and, of course, very good midfields. They'll actually create chances for their forward lines. Because if your forwards are not getting chances, then how are you going to win the game? And how are you going to score goals if your midfield is not creating the chances? You cannot rely on set pieces forever, man. You cannot rely on set pieces. Bro, only 7 watching. How do you find motivation? My friend, it's okay, man. Even if it might have been 2 watching, we still move. We still move, man. We still move. It's because I love doing this. I love doing this. And whether we have 2 watching, 10 watching, or 20 watching, I will still go on. I will still go on, man. But thanks for the support. Always thanks for the support. Thanks for the support. I hope you're already subscribed, man. I hope you are already subscribed. But anyway, for me, I said I'm committed to the cause. So regardless of whether it's 2 watching, 3 watching, it means that at that present time, that was the intended audience, the 2 or 3. If it goes up to 10, 15, 20, it's okay. It's okay. We're not going to change because it's 2 watching. We're not going to say, okay, because it's only 2 watching, then, we should not do it. Maybe we should kill the stream. No. They say never despise the days of humble beginnings. Humble beginnings are always going to be small and meager. And you should never despise them, man. That's why when you have great characters like yourself coming on board, now when we get more followers, eventually you're also going to appreciate the journey as well. And you're also going to be part of the journey. Anyway, about to start the second half. Both sets of players have made their way back onto the pitch. They have made their way back onto the pitch. So we're just going to start the second half in quite a little bit. And as usual, guys, if you're out there, you're watching and you're not yet subscribed, please help us move and at least get surpass the 1,000 subscriber mark so that we can unlock memberships for the channel. Oh wow, nice. Daniel Farke has actually made changes, eh? He has actually made changes, man. He has actually made changes. We're gonna get to the changes in a little bit. Yes. I think he's going now into a more attacking formation, man. Which is good, man. Thank you, bro. Thank you. At least you heard, man. You heard what I said. Bring on a more attacking players, man. I don't know why you're playing a final with other semi-final with very, very defensively minded players. Like it's João Pedro doing. So who's come on? Who's been brought on? So Biol has actually been taken off, to be replaced by Stark. So Stark has come on. So this Stark has come on to replace Biol. 18. At least Stark has come on. That's good news. Who's the other guy who has come on? Saved by Sao. Whoa, what a save from Sanchez, man. Oh, it's actually Justin and Biol who have been taken off, or to be replaced by Rodon and Stash. So have they actually changed for formation? Because that looks Rodon's Stark. Actually, they have changed formation. Into the box, cleared by Tosin. So that means that because Stark is a midfielder, so that means it's actually a midfield three of Tanaka, Ampadu, and of course Stark. So Okafor is gonna play on the left, Aronson on the right. Yeah, so I mean, that's good. That's good, man. That is jelly good. So it's Perry, Rodon, Strauk, and so actually, let me just, and I don't need to change this. So at least I can just have a look at it. So anyway, at least they have actually changed formation, guys. They have actually changed formation. It's actually now a back four of Goodmanson, Strauk, Rodon, and of course Bogle. Then in midfield, gonna have Stark, Tanaka, Ampadu. Then of course forward, we're gonna have Augusto, Enzo, João Pedro. What the heck are you doing, bro? What are you doing? What are you waiting for? You hit it. You hit the ball, man. What are you waiting for? Are you waiting for the whistle? This guy, man. This is how you mess up your chances, and then when you lose, you start saying, "Oh, I should have taken my chances." Oh, you start crying. What are you waiting for? You have the space. You want to be trying to be too smart. Trying to be too smart, man. My friend, you're not that smart, bro. You're not that smart, man. Sorry to say. Don't be too smart for your own good, man. And it's a corner into the box, cleared by Tanaka. So I was saying the midfield of Leeds is now Tanaka, Ampadu, and of course Stark. Then of course on the left you're gonna have Okafor. On the right, Aronson, and of course up front we're only gonna have Calvert-Lewin, Pedro Neto takes the corner into Caicedo. Pedro Neto is back to Caicedo. Caicedo. Gusto. It's out for another corner. Let's go. Come on. João Pedro. Should have buried the chance, man. Honestly. João Pedro. Man. I honestly do not like it when players do that. You try to be too smart for your own good, man. Because all I listening to do is just capitalize on one attack. And that's it. Game is now in the balance. Anyway, corner to Chelsea. Pedro Neto into the box. Yeah, cleared by Calvert-Lewin. Picked up by Pedro Neto. This is Caicedo. This is Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto. Leaves it to Enzo. Enzo Caicedo. Caicedo intercepted by Tanaka. It's now with Okafor. Okafor able to get away from Enzo. Okafor. Okafor into the box. Too high for Calvert-Lewin. It's now picked up by Stark. Picked up by Bogle. Bad pass into Ampadu. João Pedro was fouled, man. It's a free kick. And Leeds better be careful that this game doesn't get away from them, eh? Because if this game becomes end-to-end, if Chelsea have the quality to beat them on the counter, or that to hit them on the counter and actually get more goals. Nice play from Okafor, able to get away from Caicedo and Enzo, but just floated that ball into the box. It was too high for Calvert-Lewin. Yeah, Chelsea, the last time to win this competition was way back in 2018, where they actually beat Manchester United 1-0, courtesy of an Eden Hazard goal. Eden Hazard, man. It was actually a very, very depressing final, man. Very, very boring final. Is Goodmanson. Yeah, Leeds seem to be turning on the style now. At least you can see their tactic is Goodmanson to go on the overlap in behind Okafor, which is good. Yeah. Because you actually need those guys to go run in behind, of course, just hold the width. It's picked up by Tanaka. Tanaka, Aronson. Aronson tackled by Gusto. That's going to be a goal kick. It's a goal kick. What do you expect, bro? It was off you last, man. It was off you last. And you guys, make sure you are liking the video and subscribing to the channel if you are not already subscribed. Yep. Now with Rodon coming forward. This is a Bogle, Tanak, Aronson rather. This is Ampadu. Yeah, Leeds look more comfortable now on the ball. Clearly that back five was wasting their skills, man. Where's Goodmanson? Goodmanson, where are you? Should be on the overlap, bro. Where are you, man? Thank you. Goodmanson. Easy to offer. Also playing the same tactic, man. Okafor. Was he tackled? No, he wasn't. That was actually a dive. Don't foul him. Don't foul him, Aronson. Don't foul him. Gusto trying to get away from Aronson. Hey! Thank you, referee. Allowing the game to flow, man. Nice. Picked up by Lavia. Pedro Net. Don't foul them. Don't foul them. Thank you, Leeds. Thank you. Well played, man. Yeah, just keep them boxed in. Keep them boxed in right there, man. That was nice. Don't give them a get out of jail card by giving away a needless free kick or a needless foul. Anyway, it seems the second half is gonna be better than the first half. Let's hope so. At least the change of shape from Leeds is gonna force them to come out of their shell and attack some more. Is that the first time I've seen actually Leeds play with a 4-3-3 system this season? Maybe, yeah. Well, of course, right? They have to play that system now because they are chasing the game. But the guy, Daniel Farke had actually started with a 4-3-3 system at the beginning of the season. But he realized he was conceding so many goals. This is Goodmanson. This is Okafor into the box, looking for Aronson. It's too high. It's too high, man. Come on, I think rather than just close those balls into the box, because you can't honestly just rely on Calvert-Lewin and Aronson. Maybe try and work it amongst the midfielders. Maybe tell Ampadu to come closer to Okafor. Maybe try a give and go. Because both Ampadu, Tanaka, and Stark are more or less defensively minded midfielders. Because actually Ampadu back in the day was a centre back. This is João Pedro signed from Chelsea. This is Garnacho deflected out and wide for a corner. So yeah, so that's why I said Ampadu, yeah, a centre back converted into a central defensive midfielder. Stark is also a central defensive midfielder. For Tanaka, I don't honestly know. He more or less looks like also a central defensive minded midfielder. So they don't have any turns in the team right now. People can actually combine with the strikers. Maybe they should bring on maybe an Emcha. A long staff, no. Piro, no. Maybe bring on Yonto, man. Hiya. That corner comes to nothing. It's gonna be a goal kick to Leeds. Taken by Perry. Held by. Okay, it's back with Biol. Perry into Rodon. Into Strauk. Ampadu, nice pass out wide. Goodmanson. Enzo colliding with Tanaka. I don't know what's going on there. I can clearly see, and I think it's Stark who's been told to play as a 10. This is Bogle. Yeah, Tanaka is just gonna play as a deep lying playmaker. Okafor. Where is the support, man? To the box. Calvert-Lewin! Straight at Sanchez. Should be doing better, man. Honestly, should be doing a whole lot better with that chance, bro. Come on, man. What better chance do you want, bro? What better chance, man? Calvert-Lewin. Those used to be milk and bread for you back in the day. But for me, I honestly did not rate Calvert-Lewin at all. Yeah, for me, I honestly think he misses so many chances. Yeah, for the first time in this game, at least Leeds have Chelsea on the back foot. Or on the back foot. Picked up by Bogle. Rodon. Nice pass. Intercepted by Tosin. No foul. Get up, Enzo. Get up. This is Bogle. Bogle. Blocked. Picked up by Enzo. Enzo looking for João Pedro on this far side. João Pedro unable to control the ball. Okay, Ampadu, Tanaka, where are you? You guys are just walking on the pitch, man. Come on. Come deep to collect the ball, man. Nice pass into Bogle. Yeah, Bogle's now holding the width quite well. Was that a foul? Foul by Caicedo. That should be a yellow card. Persistent fouling, Yeah, that should be a yellow card for Caicedo, Remember, he had a number of fouls that he committed in the first half that he got away with, but he's not getting away with that. He's not getting away with that, man. This guy used to be so good when in his last season at Brighton. When he went to Chelsea, honestly, I expected maybe him to go now to other levels, maybe professional level, even world class. But he's been unable to do that. He has been unable to do that, man. He's more or less regressed from the level he was at Brighton. That Brighton, man, this guy, man, he was a serious ball-willing midfielder and also defensively minded midfielder, man. Lavia and Ampadu going and having a go at each other. Okay, what's going on? This game seems like it might fizzle out of control, but let's hope that that's not the case, huh? Let us hope that that is not the case. Okay, what's going on, guys? What is really going on? You guys, take it easy, bro. Take it easy. Oh, yeah, Ampadu, yeah. So I told you, Ampadu is a former Chelsea player. He's going over to Chelsea's side of the touchline and listening to the instructions that Caicedo is being given. Or was that tossing? So Lavi had to come and actually push him away. That is what maybe kick-started that scuffle. Anyway, it's a free kick to Leeds from their right-hand channel, rather left wing channel, rather right wing channel, to be taken by Stark. I don't know when Grove is gonna come on. Should actually bring on Grove at some point. Stark, let's see what they're gonna do from here. Stark into the box. He's going for goal from there. You gotta be kidding me, man. Honestly, what are you trying to do? It's not even close, man. Not even close. He was relying on the bend of the ball to actually bring it back. Rather actually take it down or rather down the wall. Just inside that left hand post. But no, bro, no. You know, Leeds are just having moments, but they're not really dominating the chances front. So Caicedo, back with Tosi, Lavia, poor pass, man. All the way back to Perry, to Rodon, Aronson. This is Bogle. Bogle's actually doing well, man. He's actually holding the width quite well, unlucky, man. Like that, man, from Bogle, yeah. Tell him to hold the width. Tell him to hold the width. So Santos about to come on. Palmer was more or less being taken through the paces, but seems like he's not gonna come on now. So yeah, because Chelsea are playing with the caretaker manager. Well, they still haven't appointed a new manager. Maybe they're just gonna have a caretaker till the end of the season. Because they got rid of Liam Rosenior a couple of days ago. Perry into Bogle. Picked up by Caicedo. Bogle. Caicedo loses out into Calvert-Lewin. Ampadu, man. Poor pass, man, from Gusto. Hey, Gusto today has had a poor game, man. Gusto today. Okafor, nice tackle from Gusto. Goodmanson into the box. Tosin. Tanaka, man. My friend, why can't you just take that ball down, control it, and shoot? How hard was that? Honestly, how hard was that? Hey, Leeds, man. And Andrea Santos about to come on to replace Lavia. I'm sure it's for Lavia. So Lavia being taken off to be replaced by number 17, Andrea Santos. And that's a good change, man. This Santos guy is a good player. He's a good player. He's a good player. And let's see, this guy with the right kind of guidance might even maybe be a very, very good defensive midfielder in the future. Or even maybe even a box to box. Just needs the right guidance, man. I don't know whether it's gonna get it at Chelsea. Because at Chelsea they only have younglings and players who are just in their 20s. Sometimes you need, actually not sometimes, all the time in any successful club, you do need senior players, at least like 4 or 5 senior players. They don't have to be like 38, 39. Maybe people into maybe 30, 31, 32, 33. People actually who have the experience at that level. Is Pedro Neto? That is what Chelsea are clearly lacking. Because Chelsea, you're just wanting boys and young men to run order to run the show and become good eventually without any kind of senior players in their ranks. No, that's not gonna work. Bucarella, what the heck is he doing? Of course, you need those players out there. You need those players out there. Tanaka is Calvert Lewin. Okafor seems to maybe suffering from cramp. Was that a dead leg? Whether that's cramp or maybe it's a dead leg that he's suffering from. Those really dead legs are not very good, man. The dead leg, more or less, it's like if you are hit on this nerve right here, it sends shivers around your leg, and the leg kind of doesn't respond in time. So eventually, you're gonna be forced to go off because you can't play with a dead leg, man. You can't. The Leeds fans looking very upbeat and jubilant out there, but trying to more or less get their team over the line. But they have to find a goal from somewhere. They have to find a goal from somewhere. Yep, Cole Palmer is gonna be brought on. Cole Palmer is gonna be brought on. I don't know for who. Maybe for Garnacho. Maybe they'll shift Pedro Neto to the other side. Is Tanaka, Goodmanson. Where is Ampadu? Bad pass by Tanaka. Hey, Tanaka today. Poor game. Poor game. It's just running up and down, doing nothing. The definition of running up and down, looking busy but actually doing nothing. Unfortunately. Leeds need to go for it now. Honestly, they need to. Or honestly, take him off. Maybe bring on like a Gruev or someone. Because Tanaka, Zenzo. This is Garnacho. Back to Cucurella. This is Enzo. Caicedo. Back to Enzo. Nice pass into Caicedo. All into Chalobah. Chalobah, João Pedro. Into Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto versus Goodmanson. Pedro Neto. Overrun the ball. It's cleared by Goodmanson. Is Caicedo. Enzo, Caicedo. Chalobah. Is Tosin, Cucurella. Cucurella is clearly playing. Why is he playing as an inverted fullback, man? Garnacho. 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 This guy, man. There's ever a player that honestly should not even be playing football. It's Garnacho. Hey, Garnacho, man. Garnacho is the definition of a dead player, man. He's not even average. He's even below average. On a scale of 1 to 10, maybe even like a 3 or a 2. Palmer is on for Garnacho. So Cole Palmer has come on to replace Garnacho. Cole Palmer is going to play on the right. Of course, João Pedro, sorry, Pedro Neto is going to switch over to the left-hand side. Calvert-Lewin, nice tackle by Gusto. Picked up by Strauk. Katanaka back to Strauk. So Nemcha and Yonto about to come on, eh? Yeah, take off somebody like Katanaka. Okay, Goodmanson in behind. Goodmanson. There's no one there, man. Bogle. Couldn't control the ball, man. It's out for goal kick. So Yonto about to come on for... Are they going to make the changes now? Tosin looking for Pedro Neto. He's possessed by Bogle. He's Ampadu. This is Gruev. So not Gruev, I meant Stark. How am I talking about Gruev? Gruev is injured, man. He's not. Why was I even saying that he needs to come on? Gruev is injured, man. He's out until mid-July. What nationality is he? He's Bulgarian. To the box, cleared by Cucurella. It's out for a throw-in. So the teams are now, yeah, of course, thank you, Tanaka off, thank you. Tanaka off for Nemcha. And of course, Oka for Yonto. So Tanaka is off to be replaced by number 14, Nemcha. Match. And of course, Okafor on to be replaced by Nyonto. Ampadu into the box. Yeah, by Tosin. Oh, the heck was Goodmanson doing there? Pass was read by Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto are able to carry the ball beyond the halfway line. Being stopped by Stark. Do Leeds look like Atina's gonna get a goal? Honestly, I don't think so. I don't think Leeds look like Atina's gonna get a goal here. I honestly do not see it. Unless maybe a dodgy deflection, man. Yeah, Aronson is not gonna play on the left. Ampadu's fouled by Enzo. It's gonna be a free kick to Leeds. I want to see which formation are they playing. Is it a 4-4-2 or what? Goodmanson. Aronson unable to control the ball. Picked up by João Pedro. Don't foul him. Ah, this Trauk fella, man. No wonder you are dead food, man. No wonder you are dead food. Why are you fouling the guy, man? He's going nowhere. He's going nowhere, man. Needless. Dead food, man. Dead food. For me, always have a general rule. Never foul players that are actually going back into their own goal. You don't have to. If a player is inside his own half and he's actually going back towards his goal and you actually foul him, what's the point, man? You're just getting him out of jail. Don't foul him. Just close him down. Don't foul him. Which formation is this a Leeds play? Is it still a 4-5-1 or 4-3-3? But I expected maybe Nemcha to go alongside Calvert Lewin and play in a 4-4-2. Because now in the middle, Sonny Ampadu and Stark. Yeah, Nemcha is actually playing out wide. Goodmanson into the box. Cleared by Caicedo. Picked up by Enzo. Into Pedro Neto. Cleared by Cucurella. Picked up by João Pedro. Yeah, João Pedro's hold up play today has been good. Very, very good. Very, very good. Paul Palmer being given the license to go forward. Palmer, 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 Palmer. It's actually a foul on Goodmanson. Yeah, yellow card for Palmer for punching the ball away. I told you this. See? Yeah. Can you actually say that is being inexperienced? If honestly had leaders on the pitch, they will tell them, you know what? Stop getting needless yellow cards, man. See, now that's where the experience comes in. Because the experienced players tell you, know what? Come on. What are you doing? Stop behaving like a child, man. You don't not gonna operate with petulance here or maybe throwing or punching the ball away, man. Foul by Ampadu or Neto, that's gonna be a yellow card. And he needed to make that foul. Because Neto was clearly clean through, huh? Yeah. Honestly, I had expected this game to be end-to-end stuff, but it's just been quite dead, man. Other than the good chances in the first half, huh? For João Pedro and Aronson, huh? We've not really had any other good chances for either side. Maybe other than the goal for was the goal scored by Enzo Fernandez. The Donato is still down, man. I don't know what's going on with him, man. He's finally back onto his feet. It's Enzo. This is Santos. Back to Tosin. Caicedo. This is Gusto. Karela, don't lose the ball out there, man. Cleared by Tosin, intercepted by Strauk. It's now the Calvert-Lewin, Caicedo, sorry, Santos rather, João Pedro, playing Palma. There you go. Palma unable to get the ball, man. Well defended by Goodmanson. Nemcha fouled by was that Santos. Santos is back on his feet. And Nemcha might have actually gotten the worst side, the worst end of that challenge, because it's very easy to get a shoulder injury from that, especially when you land awkwardly on your shoulder, or maybe when you land like this. That is how he landed. Ouch! This could be painful, because now you might actually overexert your shoulder like this, and then now your entire weight lands on that particular shoulder. It might actually be a season ender, man. Because you might even mess your collarbone. Players of the match contenders. Ugh. Okay, player of the match contenders. Okay, I'll give it to João Pedro simply because of the hold-up play, nothing else. It's been that kind of game, guys. That kind of game. Honestly, I was expecting a way more exciting game, but it seems like this game is just dead. Dead food, man. Dead food. Dead food. Like a carcass or vulture. I think I'll just call it. This one's over. I don't think it one's over. I'll just call it from here on. Leeds are not gonna do anything. Leeds are not gonna do anything, man. Now with Ampadu, this Strauk, this Nebcha, yeah, Nonto. Yonto fella is so short, man. Looks like a tiny midget out there. It's normally actually he's very short. He's even way shorter than Kante back in the day. Wait, let me look for Kante. No, on to how tall is he? Player profile. Let's have a look. 170 centimeters. Yeah, I told you that's quite short, guys. That's like 5 foot. 5'3". This is Stark. Stark short. Well over the bar, man. Not even close. This game's over, guys. Game's over. We'll just call it from here now. Don't expect Leeds to do anything. In fact, maybe Chelsea are the ones who are gonna get the second goal. Because Leeds are done out here. Leeds are surely done out here, man. Well, doesn't matter whether they've had more attempts. Doesn't matter. But all that matters is what you do with the chances that you've created. Josh Achampong about to come on. Who's he gonna replace? Either maybe a Gusto or a Chaloba. It is Perry into Rodon. Sometimes you wonder, why did the Leeds manager even start with 5 defenders and just sit back and play on the counter? I would have just maybe started this kind of in this kind of system and maybe see what could have happened. Because sometimes, like I said, when you get to a semi-final, you have to go for it. You can't win semi-finals by playing seven defensively minded players, man. Come on. How? How are you gonna win? Foul by Nemcha. It's gonna be a yellow card for him. This game's done out here, man. This game's done. This game's done. There's no need to maybe say, I know what, maybe Leeds might do something. Nope, I don't think so. They're not gonna do anything. It's a bad foul on Caicedo, man. The follow through caught him on the side of his calf. And yeah, it's not bad. It was just a follow through. It was not bad. It was not bad. Long stuff. Bodu, come on. Who's he gonna replace? Maybe Ampadu. Don't know why Longstaff is coming on. I don't know what they expect him to do. What is he gonna do? Should even have borrowed maybe somebody like a Dan James. Maybe even take off an Aronson. Dawson goes long. João Pedro with the header. It's now picked up by Palmer. He's Nemcha. Nice tackle by Santos. Goodmanson plays it off Santos. Move, go back, man. We're trying to hit a few yards, man. Yep, Aronson off to be replaced by Longstaff. I don't know why they're doing that, eh? They actually brought in somebody like a Dan James. Let's see what they're gonna do. See what's gonna happen in these last stages of this game. And nothing from a Leeds perspective anyway. I don't expect them to do anything, honestly. I don't. Honestly, they have not tested the keeper. Such as the keeper, they actually have to unsettle. Albert Lewin tackled by Santos. It's now with Ampadu. This is Rodon. Ugh, come on, play it straight into Stark. It's picked up by Stark. Picked up by Caicedo. That's blocked by Stark, but doesn't really help his cause. It's out for a goal kick. This game's done, guys. This game's done. I'm sorry, haters. Them that came to hate on Chelsea, man. It's a very unsuccessful hate watch. Actually, Leeds seem to be playing in a what was this? This looks like a 4-3-1-2. Yonto is gonna play as a 10. Wow. How? Does he play in that position anyway? Is Pedro Neto, João Pedro, Carella, Cucarella, man. Referee end this game, man. Honestly, referee end this game. End this game, man. And overwhelmingly, most of you guys voted for Leeds in the chat. You thought Leeds are gonna win this game. Wow. Many of you voted for Leeds, man. 71% in favor of Leeds winning this game. Wow. Ouch. That looks painful for Caicedo, man. Ouch. 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 He's signaling to the bench, man. Uh, oh. Now that with that one, he's not acting. That one is clearly a bad knock. Ouch. Yeah. This game, man. I'm sorry, guys. This game has been a serious letdown. I am really, really sorry, man. Really, really sorry. This game has been a serious letdown. Caicedo, you'll be able to continue. They can just bring on a Sego, huh? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, bring on a Sego. I called it, man. I bring on a Sego, man, and just take him off. Don't need to risk it, huh? Yeah, Caicedo's race is run, huh? So, Dario Sego is gonna come on. Anyway, 8 minutes for what, man? 8 minutes of this dead game. Come on, guys. Leeds are not gonna do anything, guys. I'm sorry, they're not gonna do anything. They are not. They have not been threatening enough. They have not peppered this Chelsea defense to the point where you can say, no, what? At least if they are to get a goal, it's a fair result. No, nothing. Stroke. This is Goodmanson. Goodmanson into the box. Cleared by Enzo. It's now with Rodon. This is Bogle. So that was Ampadu, eh? Yeah, for me, I will always say this. These managers, they start off with a very, very negative and poor tactic. And then when it doesn't work out, they go a goal behind. Now they want to throw caution to the wind. Wow. Calvert Lewin, led away by Tosin, picked up by Yonto. This is Longstaff. Back to Ampadu. This is Longstaff. This is Bogle. Back with Rodon. Chelsea are just forcing them back. It's back to Perry. Strauk. This is Rodon. Into Yonto. Longstaff. Was that a. Looked like a fair tackle, eh? Don't book him. Come on. Okay. It was his first challenge, eh? I don't need to book him. This Strauk. Goodmanson. I can clearly see the game plan now. It's just all loft balls into the box, man. Just like that. Yeah, wonderful tactic, Farke, man. Wonderful tactic, yeah. Just hoof balls into the box, man. You're gonna get something. You're gonna get a goal. Wow. No foul, man. Nice one. Come on, play Neto. His long stuff. Carella heads it away, picked up by Enzo. Look like a foul, man. Hey, no team can. Oh my goodness. There you go. There you go. Oh, this gum. Oh my goodness. Oh, was that Bogle, man? Pedroneto. Fine, Pedroneto committed the first foul because he's actually pulling him back. Eh? It's a serious handoff, man. Yeah, let go of me, man. Yeah, get that, man. Eat that. Oh. Mm. Anyway, We get into territories where we're only gonna get one more chance for Leeds. João Pedro, the header up and over. Picked by Yonto. Yonto fouled by Enzo Fernandez. That's gonna be a free kick. Anyway, maybe it's best if actually Chelsea go and play in that final, because clearly, if Leeds are to go, you know the kind of tactics that they're gonna employ in the final. Yeah, let's play with 8 defenders. Let's hope we're gonna play on the counter and maybe nick a goal against Man City in a final. You're going there to fluke a win. How now? Long stuff into the box. Calvert-Lewin, that's a chance gone now. You're not gonna get any other chance. Too long, man. Hey, Leeds, man. Leeds. Serious disappointed. Well, seriously disappointing from Leeds, man. Clearly disappointed by this Leeds team, man. Honestly, I expect them to take advantage of that Chelsea blip and poor run in other poor form in the league. But it seems like they have been unable to do so. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Referee end this game, man. End this game. You know, Enzo only gets the man of the match award because he scored the goal. Nice header by Calvert-Lewin. Goodmanson seems to be done out there, man. Stuck with a push on Santos. There you go. Kept on telling you guys. You are the one supposed to go on the attack, but you commit necessary fouls, man. Yeah, Goodmanson, man, seemed to have run his race today, That cramp. So what is Delap coming to do, man? Honestly, why is Liam Delap coming on? What is he gonna do? And who's he gonna come on to replace? There's another striker, man, who's also super average, Liam Delap. Can't believe I also fell into the hype where I believe that he was a good player. But you should have looked at his performance last season and seen that he's not good at all, man. Anyway, João Pedro being taken off to be replaced by Delap. So, anyway, Chelsea are in the final, man. Chelsea are in the final, huh? Chelsea are in the final, huh? You don't expect Leeds to do anything. The last maybe 1 or 2 minutes, Don't expect them to do anything, man. Come on, referee, end the game now. End the game. End the game, referee, man. That guy dressed like Elvis or what? Picked up by Cole Palmer. Loses out. It's now with Yonto. Yonto. Bad pass into Nemcha. Yeah, Goodmanson is the heart, man. He can't run. Can't run now. And the longer he stays out there, the worse it becomes for him. Can only jog. Leeds are currently playing with 10 men. Look at that, man. Calvert-Lewin. A referee in this game, man. Come on, referee in this game, man. Game doesn't even deserve more extra time, huh? Come on, please. Do not need 30 more minutes of this. Please. Please, we do not. Anyway, has to be the last chance for Leeds now. You know, they're not going to do anything from it. It's obvious. It's obvious. Last chance for Leeds. I'm sure they're going to commit a foul in there. Wait for it. Wait for it into the box. Punched away by Sanchez. Picked up by Yonto. Blocked by Palmer. It's now with Ampadu. Ampadu blocked. Yep, there's the final whistle. Thank you, referee. Put us out of our misery, man. What a dead game. Honestly, what a dead game. It will be Chelsea versus Man City on the 16th of May 2026 in the FA Cup final. 16th of May in the FA Cup final, man. Yeah, but anyway, the last time that Chelsea met City in any final, it was in 2021, where Chelsea won the Champions League by beating Manchester City. So they meet again in another final, huh? Yeah, because those two have also been meeting in finals in recent memory, yeah? In fact, I think, was it the League Cup final? What was the first time I think Man City had met Arsenal in a major final? Since 20, was it 2017 or 18, or they met also in the League Cup final. But they also met in the FA Cup semi-final. Was it in 2020, where Arsenal won, and of course went on to beat Chelsea in the final, where Mikel Arteta won his first trophy, one and only trophy 6 years ago. Anyway, game's done, guys. It's gonna be Chelsea versus Man City in the FA Cup final on the 16th of March. It's gonna be a Saturday. Sorry, 16th of May. Let me check the calendar again. Should be 16th of May. Eh? Where's the calendar, man? I need a calendar. I need a calendar, man. I need a calendar, man. Let's check. Let's check. Let's check. Yeah, 16th, yeah. FA Cup finals are always played on a Saturday, yeah? Yeah, it's gonna be a Saturday, 16th of May, 2026. That same weekend, are we gonna have any league games? Let me check. We're gonna have any games in the Premier League in week 17. So that means that Chelsea's game against Tottenham is gonna be pushed, I think, into game week 36. Because Chelsea are playing Tottenham on the 17th of May. Of course, now they can't play that fixture because they'll be playing the FA Cup final on the 16th. So that means that game between Chelsea and Tottenham, they're going to be moved into game week. Actually, it's going to be moved into game week 36. So Liverpool, sorry, game week 36, I'm very, very sure it's going to be Liverpool, Chelsea, and of course, Chelsea, Tottenham. So Chelsea are going to have a double game week. And of course, let me check Man City. Man City still have a lot of games to go. Huh? Still have one game to be rescheduled against Crystal Palace. So Man City are to play Bournemouth. So I think also that game is going to be pushed to the game week 36. But anyway, the FA is going to announce. They're going to let us know what's going to happen. So Man City going to play Chelsea on the 16th of May 2026. And I think FA Cup final normally kicks off at around, is it 7 or 6 p.m.? It's actually 6 p.m. They normally kicks off at 6 p.m. So let's hope it's going to be an exciting final. And when many people expect Man City to win that game, but we'll see. We will see. We will see. Of course, the bookies have them as odd-on favorites to win that game. But like I said, last time they met Chelsea in any capacity in any final was in the Champions League way back in 2021. It's actually Thomas Tuchel's first final. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being part of this watch along. It was not the best game of football, but at least finally managed to get all the way to the end. Yeah, hopefully we're gonna see better games tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, and probably on Thursday. And of course, Premier League takes center stage tomorrow. Manchester United versus Brentford. I'm gonna be covering that game. And of course, on Tuesday, gonna have Bayern versus PSG in the Champions League. I'm gonna cover that as well. And of course, also Arsenal versus Atletico Madrid on Wednesday in the Champions League as well. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being part of this watch along. Yes, thank you for your time. And as always, if you're gonna come across this stream after it has ended, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Yes, so Until the next video, which is gonna be tomorrow, have a wonderful evening, guys, and peace.